Hello everyone. Let us start with the today's session in C language. As a concept, function, call by value and call by reference. Objective of the course is learn fundamentals of C programming language and develop program using C language to solve given problem statement. Outcome of this session is to implement the concept of functions, to understand and implement call by value, to understand and implement call by reference, and to understand difference between call by value and call by reference. Before moving further, let us recall some concepts like actual parameters and formal parameters. Actual parameters are the parameters that passed to a function, and formal parameters are the parameters that received by the function. So let us have a look for the given example. Add m, n. So this function is called. In the function definition, we are going to write int add int a int b. We can see that m and n are the actual parameters, as these parameters are passed to the function, whereas a and b are called as formal parameters, as these parameters are received by the function. Hence, actual parameters are the parameters that appear in function calls, and formal parameters are the parameters that appear in function declaration. Let's start with the call by value. What is call by value? Here, values of actual parameters will be copied to formal parameters, and these two different parameters store values in different locations. So, whenever we called a function and passed something to it, we have always passed the values of variables to the called function. Such function calls are called call by value. Let us consider the example of call by value. Int x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20. So here two variables are declared, x and y, with the data type integer. So when the declaration is done, the compiler allocates the memory for x and y, which are stored with the values x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. This is function call. Int fun, int x and int y is called function definition. In function definition, x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 10. Here we can see that x and y are local to the function, or these are local variables for the fun function. So as per the processing, x is equal to 20, so x value will get replaced by 20 and y value will get replaced by 10 in function. But as we know that whenever the function procedure finishes, it gets back to the calling function and these variables get destroyed. So that means whatever the changes made with this variable will not get reflected back in the main. So if we print here the values of x and y, you can understand that these values doesn't change. These are the original one. So that means whatever the changes or processing made in the function are accessible only for that calling function. So there is no change affected in the main. Hence, we can say that call by value procedure is simply passing the values to the variables and not the variables itself. Let us have a look for a small program swapping of two numbers by call by value. As per the C structure, let us start with the preprocessor directive #include stdio.h void main function opening bracket and this is closing bracket. Let's start with the programming. First statement, variable declaration. So A and B are declared with the data type integer and assigned the values 10 and 20. Now we want to display them before swapping. So the statement comes printf before swapping value of A is equal to %d, that is format specifier for integer, B is equal to %d A, B. Now when the declaration is done, the compiler, let's say, allocates the memory 1000 where the value of 10 will be stored. Similarly for B, let's say the 2000 memory location will be allocated which stores the value 20. Now we want to swap them. So the function need to be called. So we are going to write swap A, B. So swap function with the arguments A and B. So whenever the function is called, the control is transferred to the function definition. So in a function definition, it's a void swap int x and int y. So simply A and B are copied into the variables x and y. See here, swap A and B. So A is mapped with x and B is mapped with the y. So x is located at say 3000, y is located at 4000. So value stored in x is equal to 10, that is equal to A, and the y is stored with 20, that is equal to B. Now what is going to happen in the swap function? As it is a swapping, we need to swap the two numbers A and B, or we can say x and y. So these A and B can be same as here also, or it can be x and y. So variable names can be same or can be different. So let's understand the procedure. Int temp, we need a temporary variable, so it is declared with integer. Temp is equal to x. The value of x is assigned to the temp variable. X is equal to y. The value of y is assigned to the x variable. Y is equal to temp. The value of temp is assigned to the y variable. Let's understand the process. Temp is equal to x. X was 10. So hence in a temp variable the 10 value is stored. X is equal to y. Y is assigned to x. So x will be stored with the value of 20. Y is equal to temp. So y will be stored with the value of 10. So here in the function definition, the swapping takes place. So we can have the values in the main a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. In swapping function, a is temporary is equal to 10, x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 10. Here you can see that in a swapping function, the swapping of two numbers takes place. So here we want to print them. Printf in swap function, the value of x is equal to %d, y is equal to %d, x comma y. But as we know that whenever the function procedure finishes, it gets back to the calling function, and there these variables get destroyed. So whatever the changes made with the local variables are not get reflected back with the main. Hence, here the value of a and b won't be changed. They are the original one. In swap function, they are swapped. Before swapping, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. But after swapping, in the main function, a remains same as that of original, b remains same as that of original, like 10 and 20 respectively, because call by value simply copies the values of variables, not the variable itself. So whatever the changes made in a swap function are limited to that function only. Hence, in function, swapping takes place, but which is not get reflected back in a main function. So here we can say that in call by value, in called function, when we process the data, it will affect local function variables only. It won't affect main or calling function. So there is no change in a main variables values. Thank you so much.